Saxon Math Course 2. We're in lesson 87 today, and today we're going to be dealing with a new idea, and it is multiplying algebraic terms. Okay, a couple lessons ago we learned what an algebraic term looks like, and we called them nomials. Okay, we had nomial, which is 1, binomial 2, polynomials more than 2, and here are three different terms. You notice that this is x squared y, this one's x, this is just xy, so there are three different terms. But when we multiply, we can combine these terms, because when we multiply, we basically add all of the exponents. So here's what I've done. The bottom here, I have essentially drawn out every single one of these terms. Okay, the first term that you see right here is listed right here, 3x squared. What does that actually mean? Well, it means 3 times x times y, because we have 1, 1, and 1, which gives us the x squared. If we add all those up, it's x squared plus y to the first power. Same with this, to the 1 power, to the 1 to the 1 power on each of these. Okay, now how do we proceed with the multiplication? Well, the multiplication becomes very easy, because what we're going to do is we're going to multiply these, what are called coefficient terms, okay, the numbers. So a -3, I'm going to put them all in parentheses, times 2 times a -4. 3 times 2, or -3 times 2 is -6, times a -4 gives us a total of 24. Okay, now we've got our number. Now let's go back up and count how many x's we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. So we're going to put x to the 4th power. How many y's do we have? 1, 2. Y to the 2nd. So our answer is 24 x to the 4th, y to the 2nd. That's how we multiply the terms. Okay? Think about this way. If you go up here and you label all of these, how many x's do you have? X to the 4th. How many y's do you have? Y to the 2nd. You already have your term. Now all you got to do is multiply these numbers, and you can do that in your head, so you can actually shortchange all of this work by doing it in your head. Okay? Let's go to another question that you'll find in your textbook, and this time we're going to do example 2. We have a -2ab, and these are in parentheses, okay, times a squared b times 3b cubed. Okay, now let's work on the first part of the numbers. Okay, there's a -2. This one doesn't have one, but it's kind of like an understood 1, and this is a 3. So we're going to multiply -2 times 1 times 3. Okay, I get a -6. Now let's count up how many variables we have. We have an a and we have a b. How many a's do we have? Well, there's 1, there's 2, that's 3. To the 3rd, b, 1, 2, and then 3. That would be to the 5th. So there's my answer, -6a cubed b to the 5th. So again, you can make them complicated, or we can really make them simple if we do these the right way. All right, one more. Let's go to example 3. It says simplify, and here we have a -3, and then in parentheses we have a squared b cubed, a squared b cubed to the 2nd power. Now, when we raise something to a power, okay, there's an exponent right there, we are going to actually multiply what's inside, not add. Okay, this one up here, all we did was we added a's. How many a's did we have? 1, 2, 3. How many b's did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when you have this on the outside, that means it distributes by multiplication to both of those. So here's what we're going to do. What is negative 3 times negative 3? Well, that's a positive 9, okay, because this 2 distributes to this 3 as well. We multiply that by itself, okay? What's 2 times 2? A to the 4th, b to the 6th. All right? So it's a little bit different of an answer than we had up here, because we raised it to a power of 2. If we did this, if we raised this one to the power of 3, it would only distribute to this term alone. Okay, so this one would have to be to the 2nd, and this one would have to be maybe to the 4th in order for that to happen. We'll get into that a little bit more detail. Until then, we're going to stick with these simple ones where we just multiply every single term. Negative 3 times negative 3, positive 9. Okay, 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 3, 6. So 9, a to the 4th, b to the 6th power is our answer. All right, if you have any questions on this lesson, lesson 87, please let me know.